Good morning, folks. Looks like I've got connection issues. Okay. Well, good morning. My name's Phil. I'm here to play some originals from Fort Worth, Texas. So I hope things are going your way. Whoops. That's weird. Okay, there we go. Well, I hope you guys can hear me okay. I've had some technical difficulties this morning. So anyway, my name's Phil. I'm playing from Fort Worth, Texas, and looks like it's going to be a beautiful Sunday. So I thought I would play a few originals today for those of us who are not in church. So this is a new one. This is a new song. I spent Friday most part of the day in a recording studio here in Fort Worth trying to record some of the newer songs, and so I hope hopefully I'm recovered a little bit from singing all day long. So anyway, this is a brand new song. It's called I'd Like, and anyway, I hope you like it. Before this life is over, I'd like to sing, I'd like to dance, I'd like to travel, I'd like to take a chance. Just like a starship, I'd like to sail in the darkest light. Just like a frog, I'd like to sing out in the night. Just like a dancer, I'd like to hold you up high and let you down softly and look into your eyes. I'd like to live in the time of your life. I'd like to hear your voice in the night. Before this life is over, I'd like to sing, I'd like to dance, I'd like to travel, I'd like to take a chance. Just like a starship, I'd like to sail in the darkest light. Just like a frog, I'd like to sing out in the night. Just like a dancer, I'd like to hold you up high and let you down softly and look into your eyes. Good morning. That's the newest song. It's about 24 hours old, so glad you guys have stopped in. Let's see. Good morning, Mermaid Lee. It's nice that you're here. Okay, well, let me see here. Probably ought to get started with some of the songs I usually play. So I'm glad you're with me this Sunday morning. Just kind of getting rolling a little bit late myself. I was supposed to be started around 7, but I didn't make it. Okay, so this next song is called Life, and Life was written about mid-July. So almost a month and a half now. So I hope you like life. Well, I get up in the morning every day. I do the same old things in the same old way. I drink my coffee when the sun's on the rise. I don't say my prayers till the moon's up high. I'm as young as a smile, I'm as smart as a fox, I'm as fit as a fiddle when it comes to my job. Although I'm just a regular man, I believe that I will till I know that I can. And I could live a life with you, it would feel like no time at all. I could live a life with you, it would feel like no time at all. Well, spring has sprung and I'm the only one left standing in the summer of love. Spring has sprung and I'm the only one left standing in the summer of love. Well, there's nothing up your sleeves and nothing in your hands, but I believe in magic when I'm with you again. I'll know you by the look in your eyes. You could clear the sky with just your smile. Impossible things in the simplest ways. I got a mountain of words and forget what to say. I've loved you since the hills were new, and I'll love you until the world is through. And I could live a life with you, it would feel like no time at all. I could live a life with you, it would feel like no time at all. Spring has sprung and I'm the only one left standing in the summer of love. Spring has sprung and I'm the only one left standing in the summer of love. Left standing in the summer of love. So that was life. And let's see. Hey, Barry, Bonnie. Hello, Phil. Would you prefer to navigate the Gulf of Mexico in a Viking warship, or would you prefer to do it on a magic carpet? Well, I've already done it, and it was in a 44-foot catch rig sailboat, and I'm not going to do it again. But you definitely sound like the pirate to me. Good morning, folks. Okay, this next song is called Sunsets, and Sunsets is a cowboy song, and so it's kind of a love song also, and it takes place way out on the range, and so get your hat, get your boots, and let's head out there. There's a storm coming. Let's see. Here we go. So yes, I'm in Fort Worth, Texas. And let me get this capo in the right spot because it's just not. So good morning, everybody. Good Sunday morning on Labor Day weekend in the United States. I'm glad you're here. So this is a cowboy song again, and we'll get going here. Hello. I'm in Texas, Fort Worth, Texas, center south of the United States. Okay, you still got your boots on? Here we go. The sun sets on fire. The night is a-coming like a tide across the great plains. Look behind the blue darkness. The storm clouds, they're painted with a silver stroke of light. So I tip my hat down. I think about you, wishing you were here tonight. You know I can't help how my heart sings about you. No more than I could jump o'er the moon. The birds in the trees, they sing about you. You know I'll be coming home soon. Well, it's down to the river. She's dry, nearly gone now. The land is dusty and dry. But up on the mountain, the coyotes, they're howling at the break of a brand new night. In the camp, dogs are barking at the coyotes howling. But they don't go too far from the light. And no, I can't help how my heart sings about you. No more than I could jump o'er the moon. The birds in the trees, they sing about you. You know I'll be coming home soon. Well, there's days and they're gone now. I dearly miss them, but I won't trade tonight for those days. My bedroll's for sleeping on the promise of tomorrow. It takes all the pain of yesterday. Well, I'm just a blink in the eye of old time. It don't matter much what I say, but I can't help how my heart sings about you. No more than I could jump o'er the moon. The birds in the trees, they sing about you. You know I'll be coming home soon. You know I'll be coming home soon. Well, good morning, folks. My name's Phil. Hey, T. Thank you very much. It's really kind of you. Okay, so I know that I was just getting started. In fact, it was my first song this morning, but I did write a new song yesterday, and not very many people have heard it, and I know that we've got 10 or 15 people in the room now, so I'd like to play it again, if that's okay. Hey, C, glad you're here. Let's see. Okay, so this is called I'd Like. Pardon me, it's called I'd Like. Oh, I guess I gotta adjust my capo here quickly. This won't take long. Well, I hope you guys are having a good day. It's early in the morning in Fort Worth, Texas, and well, I'm not in church, and neither are you if you're in Central Time Zone, so probably not. If you're in church and you're watching this stream, well, respect. Okay, so this is the newest song. It was written 24 hours ago. I got up in the morning and sat down at the kitchen table, and this song just wrote itself. So I hope you like it. It's called I'd Like. Before this life is over, I'd like to sing, I'd like to dance. I'd like to travel, I'd like to take a chance. Just like a starship, I'd like to sail in the darkest light. And just like a frog, I'd like to sing out in the night. Just like a dancer, I'd like to hold you up high and let you down softly and look into your eyes. I'd like to live in the time of your life. I'd like to hear your voice in the night. Before this life is over, I'd like to sing, I'd like to dance. I'd like to travel, I'd like to take a chance. Just like a starship, I'd like to sail in the darkest light. Just like a frog, I'd like to sing out in the night. Just like a dancer, I'd like to hold you up high and let you down softly and look into your eyes. Wow, so that was written yesterday morning. I hope you like it. In fact, what the hell? If you have the time and you have the clicks, let's just tell me what you think. Give me a rating of 1 to 10. Just put a 1 or a something in between 1 and 10 out there. Post it right on the screen because I'd like to know. I'll go back and look at everything later on. And if you would, tell me where you're watching from. I'm in Fort Worth, Texas, and it's a pretty quiet morning here. The sun's coming out just now, and Oakland, but my whole family's from Fort Worth. Well, that's awesome. I used to live in Oakland. Let's see. Shoot, you guys. So that was the new song, which is I Would Like, or I'd Like. Well, thank you, you guys. Thank you very kindly. So this song was written a few years ago, and I was single at the time, and had been single for a few years, and life was getting pretty lonely for me. And this song kind of came out one morning, and it's a love song, but for single people. And so, hey from the UK, hey South Africa, fly as a 10, hey see, dance across the mountains. Okay, well thank you. Okay, here we go. This is called The Angel Fixer, and if you're a single person, well, this song's for you, and I hope you like it. Hey you, looking at the sun, listen to the birds. Oh, you know what I did? I didn't change my capo to the right spot, so I'm running aground, as the sailors say, the unfortunate sailors. So yeah, so this is The Angel Fixer, and I'm not sure, I don't really have enough theological training to know if angels are considered deity, or is that just reserved for the gods? I don't know. Anyway, The Angel Fixer. Hey you, looking at the sun, listen to the birds, watch the morning come. with your hair jacked up, just a sip from your coffee cup. Hey you, where'd you come from? Just an angel from the morning sun. And if you fell from grace just to save me another day, take this bitter only from my soul. I would spend my time to fix your wings, to heal you, share this mortal pain that we both know. Hey you, with the lonely eyes, if you knew that my heart burns for you. Hey you, with the broken smile, tears just come and you don't know how. Hey you, where'd you come from? Just an angel from the morning sun. If you fell from grace just to save me another day, take this bitter only from my soul. I would spend my time to fix your wings, to heal you, share this mortal pain that we both know. Hey you, hey you guys, I'm glad you're here. My name's Phil. I'm playing from Fort Worth, Texas, and it's going to be a great day. I hope you're having a good day already. It's already a good one for me. Let's see, we've played a few originals this morning. I think I'm going to take a break from originals and play a cover song, if you don't mind. This one is a Lennon and McCartney cover, and it was written in 1968, or recorded anyway in 1968, and it's called I Will. And I heard it back in 1968, when I was a kid, or actually probably I heard it in 1972, but it didn't stick for me then. And I heard it this spring from a folk band in Virginia called Lowland Hum, and they did a version of this song. And well, I fell in love with it, and I thought that's the prettiest thing I've ever heard, and so I decided I had to learn how to play it. So I did learn how, and that's really out of tune. Let's get this in shape. So it's going to be the tuning show for just a moment. Let's see if I can answer a question maybe. Halfway there. So I don't know if there's any guitar players out there, but with an acoustic guitar, you usually have to go down below the note that the string is supposed to be tuned at, and then bring it back up to pitch, because the tuning keys are mechanical, and it will hold the pitch longer if you crank it up to the pitch instead of cranking it down to the pitch. So This is I Will by Lennon and McCartney, and so many people have asked me what my not Phil Coomer's favorite song is, and it's either this one or another one that I'll play a little bit later, so this one has special meaning for me. This is called I Will by John Lennon and Paul McCartney. How long I've loved you, you know I always will. Will I wait a lonely lifetime? If you want me to, I will. Who knows how long I've loved you, you know I always will. Will I wait a lonely lifetime? If you want me to, I will. For if I ever saw you, I didn't catch your name, but it never I will always feel the same. Love you forever and forever. Love you with all my heart. Love you whenever we're together. Love you when we're apart. And when at last I find you, song will fill the air. Sing it loud so I can hear you. Make it easy to be near you. For the things you do endear you to me. You know I will. I will. La 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 la. Okay. Okay, well, that was I Will. So, oh gosh, I just dropped my pick. Hey, thanks, Julian Moonen. Thank you. Glass and Paint. Thank you. Really kind of you guys. I'll tell you. So while I'm here on this guitar and while I'm playing cover songs, I'm going to play the other cover song that I usually play, and I hope you like it. This is a song that was written by Andra Willis. And so all the songs that you've heard up to now, or at least up to the I Will, were originals. And so I Will is a Lennon McCartney song, and this next song was written by Andra Willis. Andra was American treasure as a songwriter goes, and she was a regular on the Ed Sullivan TV show in the 1950s. And she wrote this coming up beautiful song called No One Like You, and it disappeared from the music scene for a long time until it was picked up by a fellow from Colorado who put it on one of his albums. And I learned it from him, and I used to play this song for my children at bedtime. And I'm still wearing pajamas, so it kind of makes me feel like playing a bedtime song, even though it's the morning. But I used to use it to get them to stay in bed, and they just wouldn't stay in bed, and so I would agree to sing this song for them, and then they would agree to stay in bed. So it worked. And anyway, this is called No One Like You. And the dude that from Colorado, that was John Denver, and he put it on the John Denver and the Muppets album. So here we go. I like your eyes, I like your nose, I like your mouth, your ears, your hands, your toes. I like your face, it's really you. I like the things you say and do. There's not a single soul who sees the sky the way you see it through your eyes. And aren't you glad? You should be glad. There's no one exactly like you. Well, that was No One Like You by Andra Willis. And you can look on YouTube and find Andra and some of her old spots on the Ed Sullivan TV show. And I would do that. It's really great. So, if you don't mind this morning, I'm trying to reach a goal. And if you have a couple of extra clicks in your pocket this morning, I'm trying to reach a goal on YouTube of 1,000 followers, and on Spotify also. And I'm more than halfway there. I think I have about 610 or something like that. And I'm trying to get to 1,000. The reason I want to go to 1,000 is that I'll be able to live stream on YouTube using a mobile device like a telephone. That means that we can get out of this old stale room and go for a hike and do a song and do some more interesting stuff. But I need some more followers, so if you have a couple of clicks, if you could go out to YouTube and search on Phil Coomer and follow me there, well, that would make the biggest difference to this old man, and I'd appreciate it. And on Spotify also. So, and you'll be notified when I release a new song. If you're on Spotify or YouTube, they'll send you a note, I think. So, okay. So I'd like to play an older song now, if you don't mind. This one is kind of a song that is about going back to your old hometown. So if you have a hometown, maybe that you used to live in, and you had some great friends there, this is about that. In my case, my hometown is a place called Danville, Kentucky, and I went to high school there. So just a little bit of background. When I was a kid, my dad was in the Air Force, and so we moved around a whole lot, really every 2 years. But I was able to stay in high school stay in Kentucky for 4 years, and went to high school there. So I was lucky there. So I went back to a high school reunion, and I got to see my good friends there, and I got to see some of my girlfriends, and I got to go to some of my old places. And I say some, there were only two. They would probably say that I was an acquaintance. Right, it's true. Let's see. This is Back on These Streets, and I hope you like it. So go with me back to the old days. I'm going back home again, back where I began. I'm gonna see my old friends, just like old times again. Well, my God, you've gotten old, gray whiskers on your chin. You're something to behold. Where the hell have you been? And it feels so good to me to be back on these streets. And you can't lie to me, 'cause I know how you are, and I know how it used to be when you and I were 19. Oh, it feels so good to me to be back on these streets again. Well, let's go down to the square, cruise the parking lot. It's them good old boys drinking Shiner Bock, and up to the lake where I met Jesse Raines up on Divers Rock. We both jumped off, and it feels so good to me to be back on these streets. And you can't lie to me, 'cause I know how you are, and I know how it used to be when you and I were 19. Oh, it feels so good to me to be back on these streets again. Well, I should have married Jessie Raines. She married some guy from Toledo, and they say she drinks too much. But you know, I don't keep up. And you married Becky Green, if you remember. She dated me, but it was just to get to you. I guess she just loved your pickup truck. And it feels so good to me to be back on these streets. And you can't lie to me, 'cause I know how you are, and I know how it used to be when you and I were 19. Oh, it feels so good to me to be back on these streets again. Well, you should sell that Oldsmobile, get a Chevy truck, take Becky up to the lake, kiss her once for me, and maybe I'll call Jessie Raines. I could look her up, we could talk about the good old days. Maybe she still remembers me. And it feels so good to me to be back on these streets. And you can't lie to me, 'cause I know how you are, and I know how it used to be when you and I were 19. Oh, it feels so good to me to be back on these streets again. Good morning, everybody. It's nice to be with you again. It really is. It's been a little bit of a rough couple of days singing-wise for me. I was in a recording studio on Friday here in Fort Worth to try to record some of the new songs. And so I was there playing and singing for 8 hours straight, which basically, well, it's like a nuclear bomb on your throat. And so I'm still recovering from that a little bit, but I'm starting to pick up a little bit. Well, I'm in Fort Worth, Texas. Where are you guys? Moose! Moose! It's so good to see you. There you are. That was back on these streets. Hello from Russia. Привет. Как дела? So, yeah, this next song is called Fly. And Fly is about this terrible and amazing thing that happens to me. And it used to bug the hell out of me because I would be working at work and at work they have a really tiny cube that I work in, and it occurred to me that I would be working away and doing my job and doing the stuff I'm supposed to be doing, and suddenly, without my consent, my mind would fly away to the beach, to my granddaughters, to my daughter, and what we were doing on the weekend, or to some other beautiful place, to the mountains, or to be with my wife, and in my mind, and so it used to bother me a lot, and I thought, well, this happens to you too, so I've got to write this down. And the next time I was working on songs, I started working on this, and this is one of those songs that basically writes itself. And so this is Fly, and since Fly has been written, I've come to the point where I kind of like it. I kind of like the distraction. So this is a whole song about distraction. My name's Phil, by the way. Just playing from Fort Worth, Texas. So, yeah, check in. So this is Fly. Come fly with me. Let's go first class. When I dream, I seldom cry. When I dream, I always fly to you. I fly to you. When I get a moment, I fly to you. When I get a moment, I fly to you. When I get a moment, I fly to you. When the world takes all my time, I see your face in my mind, and I fly to you. When I get a moment, I fly to you. When I get a moment, I fly to you. When I get a moment, I fly to you. Like an arrow through the air, in the blink of an eye. In a moment I'm there, at the speed of light, I fly. It's another incredible day. The sun shines down in every way. Still I fly to you. When I get a moment, I fly to you. When I get a moment, I fly to you. When I get a moment, I fly to you. When I dream, I seldom cry. When I dream, I always fly. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the awards. Wow. That's really kind of you. It is. Let's see here. Thank you for the kind words. Sounds like a 12 string. It is. Hey, bro, Jim. Thank you for the awards. Yeah, this is my pajama top. So, sorry about doing a live stream in my pajamas, but I'm lucky to be here. So, yeah, and I mean that. I really am. You know, in this last year with the pandemic, it's been rough on all of you. I know that, and it's been difficult for me. It's changed my whole life. I don't go anywhere anymore. I don't go to work anymore, and so I'm immensely grateful that you stop in and listen for a little while. There's been years and years, and I've had nobody to play for at all, and wished every day that I could play for somebody. And there are other musicians and artists that are wishing the same thing now, that they wish that there would be someone to listen to their song, or be someone to look at their painting. And so we're all grateful for you, just for taking a look, just for taking a listen, taking a moment. So this song is a love song, and it's called "Hate the Way I Love You," and I hope you like it. You know I hate the way I love you, but I'm not the only one who worships you and the ground you walk on. And I hate the way I love you. It's no great surprise. I listen to you. I look in your eyes. And I hate the way I love you. Girl, just look at me. The man that I used to be is weak in the knees. Oh, take a step back and see what loving you has done to me, and you'll see how I love the way you love me, the way you hold me close. I can feel the beat of the only heart I know. And I love the way you love me, the things you say and do, what you say with your eyes, and the breath that you breathe. And I love the way you love me. It's all that I can do just to live in this life that I share with you. Oh, take a step back and see what loving you has done to me, and you'll see how I hate the way I love you. And I'm not the only one who worships you and the ground you walk on. Oh, take a step back and see what loving you has done to me, and you'll see. Wow. Hey, Equilibrium, thank you. Reminds me of Don McLean. Thanks for saying that. Not very many people do. But I used to live in New Jersey for a couple of years, and at Christmas time, I was 12. I got a little portable radio for Christmas, and it was the most amazing thing. And so at that time, it was the first time that I actually had my own bedroom, and we lived, like I said, in New Jersey, just a few miles over the border from New York City. And in fact, we were 25 miles from New York City where we lived. And so after Christmas, I took the radio to my room and I listened to WABC, which was pumping pop music out all over in 1972. And I would listen to Simon and Garfunkel, and I would listen to Don McLean and Jim Croce, and all of the folk. They called it pop, but we call it folk now. And I guess it is pop. Pop music's different now than it used to be. But I appreciate the Don McLean comment. That's cool, because I did used to listen to him. Okay, so this is a new song, and this was written after a hurricane. Thank you for the award, Hellcat and Alpha. Thank you so much. 2 years ago, we were in Florida, and there was a hurricane coming, and the governor of the state asked everybody to take the evacuation routes out of Florida. And so we loaded up our little minivan and put our dog in there, and my guitar and all our clothes, and we took off. And we stayed a couple of nights in Georgia and decided that was not far enough north, and so we went on to South Carolina and to North Carolina and stayed in Asheville for a couple of days. What a wonderful town. In a cabin up there, and watched the hurricane news, and watching it turning over everybody's lives, a lot like the pandemic has done, I guess. So I was kind of taking all of that in, and immediately after the hurricane, when I was able to get settled again and get back into writing songs, this song was written. It's called The Sum of Possibilities, and on my mind were all the things that were happening on that drive to escape. And so this is The Sum of Possibilities, and I hope you like it. Sunshine and moon rises, beaches and the Carolinas, your eyes fixed on me, and the soft caress of the gentle hand. It's breezes and rain on my face, and saying hello to somebody new. The sum of possibilities of tomorrow, multiplied starting today. This formula shows we are the answer, and starting to find a better way. Storms in the desert mountains, ocean winds filling my sail. It's leaping in the wild blue yonder, what makes me wonder, what makes me afraid. And children, the things they believe, I'm starting to see it their way. The sum of possibilities of tomorrow, multiplied starting today. This formula shows we are the answer, and starting to find a better way. Well, a new day's come along, so set your soul for dreaming, and what may come from everyone, It's all the faith I'm keeping. What may come from everyone, it's all the faith I'm keeping. What may come from everyone, it's all the faith I'm keeping. Sunshine and moon rises, beaches and Carolinas. Your eyes fixed on me, and the soft caress of the gentle hand. It's breezes and rain on my face, and saying hello to somebody new. The sum of possibilities of tomorrow, multiplied starting today. This formula shows we are the answer, and starting to find a better way. This formula shows we are the answer, and starting to find a better way. Sunshine. So, hey, thank you for stopping in this morning. It's a gorgeous Sunday morning, I think, in Texas. So, yeah, the sum of possibilities. So, for me, the future and the best of us lies in us, and not really so much in politics. And we can do so much more, it seems to me, for the world through each other than getting into a fight with somebody over something we can't do anything about. And so it's not that I haven't made that mistake myself, but I try to fix it because I don't think there's any sense in it in that crazy world. Well, that was the sum of possibilities, and I hope you like it. Thank you. Hey, Kitty. Wow. I'm glad you're here. Thank you. Thank you so much. Can you play Hate the Way I Love You if you haven't yet? I would love to hear it again after last time. I did just play it. Hey, Radio. Play an original? Pardon me. How about I play the newest original that I have? I've played it already, but if you don't mind, I'd like to play it again. Is my hair messed up? I haven't looked in the mirror this morning. It's not very long. That's kind of hard to... It pretty much stays messed up. So I'm going to play this new song. It's called I'd Like. I know it's a weird name. It's sort of a short song, but it was written yesterday morning in about an hour. From about 6 a.m. to about 7 a.m. And it's probably not in its final form, but I'd like to know what you think about it. And so the song before Hate the Way I Love You, let me see. I love questions, so if you have a question, put it on there. So the song before Hate the Way I Love You was... have it here in just a second. There we go. That was Fly. It's called Fly. Let's see. The big clock is set to nearly midnight. It's a time that was set by the Association of Atomic Scientists. Set to a very specific time. And it doesn't move very much, thank God. So, let's see. Thank you, little computer bitch. It's my pajama shirt. Hey, Moose. Okay, so this is the new song. I don't think, maybe you heard it this morning, Moose, but I'd like to know what you think of this song because it's brand new. And I would like for you to rate the song, please. Give me a 1 through a 10, or a 1 or a 10 also. So let me set this thing up to play it, this capo here. I hope you guys are doing good this morning. My aim here is to provide a little bit of a happy spot for you. And so if you're ever wondering what the hell Phil is doing, well, it's the high point of my day, and I'm hoping that it can be a little bit of a high point for you, and so that's why I'm here. No other reason. Okay, this is called I'd Like. It's brand new. Remember, tell me where you're watching from, if you would, please. And kind of rate this next song to tell me what you think, because I'm looking for input because it's brand new. Before this life is over, I'd like to sing, I'd like to dance, I'd like to travel, I'd like to take a chance. Just like a starship, I'd like to sail in the darkest light. Just like a frog, I'd like to sing out in the night. And just like a dancer, I'd like to hold you up high and let you down softly and look into your eyes. Ooh, dee dee. I'd like to live in the time of your life. I'd like to hear your voice in the night. Before this life is over, I'd like to sing, I'd like to dance, I'd like to travel, I'd like to take a chance. And just like a starship, I'd like to sail in the darkest light. And just like a frog, I'd like to sing out in the night. And just like a dancer, I'd like to hold you up high and let you down softly and look you in the eyes. Ooh, dee dee. Ooh, dee dee. That's what I'd like. Well, anyway, thank you for being here. Good morning, Vortex. Hello to all around the globe. Yep, it says a planetary campfire. Okay, so that was the new one again. That was written yesterday morning. And, I went to the recording studio on Friday to record some of the new songs, and it seems like it inspires you to write more, which means you haven't recorded that. So, anyway, so that's I'd Like. Thank you. Thank you, Polar the Bear 101. Thank you very much. Okay. So I did go to the recording studio, and of all the songs, Minnesota. Thank you, King Justice. Really kind of you. Thank you. Okay, so I was at the recording studio. I played all of the new songs, of course, except the one I just played. And they're going to be up on Spotify soon. So if you don't mind and you have a couple of extra clicks, if you could follow me on Spotify and follow me at YouTube, well, you'll get a notification when these songs are ready for you to listen to on Spotify. And it doesn't cost anything. So that's the magic to me about Spotify, is you can go out there and they will play you a damn song for free. In the commercial world, that's kind of a cool thing. I guess you got to watch some ads, yeah. So anyway, I know I'm supposed to be working. Of all of the songs, and I've played 14 songs, the studio engineer, guy's name's Bart Rose at Fort Worth Sound, said, well, I like this one the best. I said, really? And he goes, why is that? And he said, because it's just like my wife and I. I said, okay, awesome. So this song is written about the simplest thing. I came home from work and had nothing to write about, and so I decided I would just write about the things that are going on around me. And what happened to be is that our little dog, Rip Torn, she's like 10 pounds. Whenever I would play my guitar, she would run up and ask me through dog language to put her on the couch. And so I would put her on the sofa next to me, and she would listen and look at me. She had one eye, and so she would look at me with that one eye, and until she fell asleep. And on this particular night, my wife was sitting next to me on the other side, and she was watching her TV show, and had her phone out, and she was watching her phone and kind of pecking at her phone with her finger. And so that is the song. It's called This Girl. Let's see here. I'm not sure if that's... There we go. Yeah, that string was out. There we go. This song is called This Girl. In the periphery of my sight, I see her there by my side, and she is pecking at her phone while we're watching her TV show. And it's there, I know, it's there, it shows this girl was made for me. It's there, I know, it's there, it shows this girl was made for me. Well, it's 5 in the morning, I'm still in bed. She smiles, she says, hey, sleepyhead, you're laying there just like a log, and it's your turn to walk the one-eyed dog. And it's there, I know, it's there, it shows this girl was made for me. It's there, I know, it's there, it shows this girl was made for me. And I'm walking her dog in the rain. I know I must be insane, 'cause I'm picking up poop with my hand. I'm picking up dog poop with my hand. And in the periphery of my sight, I see her there by my side, and she is pecking at her phone while we're watching her TV show. And it's there, I know, it's there, it shows this girl was made for me. It's there, I know, it's there, it shows this girl was made for I'd say I like is in the 7.5 to 8 range. I don't give 9s or 10s. Thank you, Moose. Thank you very much. I'm struggling with my old age style bar F chord. Any ideas? Well, that would be this one. So it's tough. Stick with it. I actually have been playing for a long time, and then one day, since this is your bar chord finger, one day the nerve in that finger decided to migrate towards this side of my finger, and which is where you're pressing down on the strings, and so it hurt like a mother bitch, and for quite a while, and so I just moved off of that type of an F for a while until it quit hurting so bad. So sorry about that terrible French language. So that was this girl. Thank you. Let's see. Noah Louie. I really want to write songs again, and I'd like. Thank you for the inspiration. Well, my pleasure. Thank you very much for listening. Okay, so this is another new song, and it's called Angels Don't Stay Long Enough, and I hope you like it. This was recorded on Friday, and it is a new song, so I may make a mistake or so. This is called Angels Don't Stay Long Enough. Hey, Sonny. Morning. You know, I wish I was with you. You know, I wish I was with you last night to help you figure this whole thing out. I don't know what I was doing last night to keep me from reaching out. But angels don't stay long enough to give away their game, and in sublime there isn't time and no one to explain that angels don't stay long enough to give away their game. And people, they're just angels, they're just dusting off their wings. No one knows why they stay this long. No one knows who they are till gone. You know, to me, the music was you. The keys to reaching, the keys to singing out. The music was not enough to keep you on the ground. But angels don't stay long enough to give away their game. And people, they're just angels, they're just dusting off their wings. People, they're just angels, they're just dusting off their wings. But angels don't stay long enough to give away their game. People, they're just angels, they're just dusting off their wings. And in sublime there isn't time and no one to explain that people, we're just angels, we're Ah. Hey, Lamed 15. Thanks for being here. If Thank you for the hugs. Thank you, Dark Wizard. Very kind of you. Well, let's see here. Maybe let me see how much time. We've got about 20 minutes. So there's time to play If. So we'll get to If after this next song here. Wow. Well, you guys, this next song was written in June of this year. It's called Sam. And not everybody here is from the United States, but if you live in the United States, this song is about our brother, or not our brother, our uncle. It's called Sam. Thank you, Moose. That's really kind of you. Thank you. Well, I guess I'll play it again. Sometimes when you write a song, it ends up in the bin. And when you first start writing songs, most of them end up in the dustbin. Okay, so this is Sam, and it was written in June, kind of after some of the things that I had been seeing happening around the United States, and I hope you like it. In America, the land of the free, we're dying in custody. Yeah, that don't seem right to me. No, my brother is the same as me. My sister is the same as me. Mama, Sam, I gotta tell ya, it's time that we made some changes. Oh, people calling your name down on the street. Oh, sing it out loud and clearly. I can't breathe. Sing it out. I can't breathe. There are tyrants trying hard to pull us apart. They won't let America speak. Yeah, that don't seem right to me. No, their foot is on the eagle's beak. Their foot is on the eagle's beak. Mama, Sam, I gotta tell you, it's time that we made some changes. Oh, people calling your name down on the street. Oh, sing it out loud and clearly. I can't breathe. Sing it out. I can't breathe. That was Sam. Yeah, that was Sam. If is next. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for the upvotes. Thank you for the downvotes. I know not everybody likes everything, and I've been guilty of a lot of upvotes and a few handful of downvotes, so I get what that's like. Thank you mostly for stopping in today. And if you have a couple of extra clicks in you, if you could go out to Spotify and YouTube and follow me out there, well, you'll get a notification when there's a new song that's out available for free streaming. And that's going to happen soon, because I was just in the recording studio on Friday, and we recorded some new songs. They'll be coming out in the next 30 days or so. Hey, Lester Purge. Okay, so this next song is called If, as requested by Kitty Chicken a little bit earlier. And If is a song that was written to be a duet. I wrote this song in El Paso in 2011, and I don't have anybody to sing it with me as a duet, so I'm going to do it the sad way, which is to play a duet solo. So in this song, every other line is normally supposed to be sung by the other person, male or female. Could be two males, two females, male and female, whatever version you like. And so when I sing it, just remember that it's really two people. Or, what is it called when you have a split personality? Think of it as somebody with a split personality singing a song to themselves. It's if they're split into two personalities. There we go. Okay. So this is If Our Lives Were a Play. If our lives were a play, I would be the star, and you would be chasing me, you would be kissing me, but we'd be together in the end. If you would stop kissing me, slobbering all over me, I might have a chance to breathe. If you would quit stalking me, go away and let me be, I could live my life in peace. Well, if we had a little song, we could sing along. I could sing the melody, no, you could add some harmony, but we could sing together again. If you would stop kissing me, slobbering all over me, I might have a chance to breathe. If you would quit stalking me, go away and let me be, I could live my life in peace. Well, if I ever fell in love, if you found the right one, it sounds kinda sappy, you just might be happy, I think I might give it a try. If you would stop kissing me, slobbering all over me, I might have a chance to breathe. If you would quit stalking me, go away and let me be, I could live my life in peace. And if I had another life, I could walk along with you. I think I might like it, I think I might try it, and love it all over again. And love it all over again. And love it all over again. Thank you, guys. Hey, TRC. Awesome. I'm glad you're here. Let's see here. Good morning, Phil. How did your session go Friday? It went pretty well, I think. I'm going to be spending the better part of this morning going over the recordings and making notes and figuring out what needs to be redone, making notes about what voices need to be added to the tracks and the instruments, and trying to figure all of that out. And so it's the major part of the work is done, at least for my part. There'll probably be some re-recording, and so it went well, I thought, and but I'll know for sure a little bit later this morning. Let's see here. Did you already play Hate the Way I Love You? I did already play Hate the Way I Love You, but I will play it again if you like. And if there's time, let me see if we've got time here. 10 minutes? Yeah, let me play Hate the Way I Love You. I'd be happy to play that for you. But I did write a new song yesterday. I don't know if you got information about that or not. Did you? Yesterday, of course, it was after the recording sessions. Yesterday morning, between 6 and 7 a.m., I put together a new song. So good morning, everybody. My name's Phil. This is called Hate the Way I Love You. And I hope you like it. And this is for TRC. You know I hate the way I love you, and I'm not the only one who worships you and the ground you walk on. And I hate the way I love you. It's no great surprise. I listen to you. I look in your eyes. And I hate the way I love you. Girl, just look at me. The man that I used to be is weak in the knees. We'll take a step back and see what loving you has done to me, and you'll see how I love the way you love me, the way you hold me close. I can feel the beat of the only heart I know, and I love the way you love me, the things you say and do, what you say with your eyes, and the breath that you breathe. And I hate the way I love you. Girl, it's all that I can do, just to live in this life that I share with you. We'll take a step back and see what loving you has done to me, and you'll see how I love the way you love me. And I hate the way I love you, and I'm not the only one who worships you and the ground you walk on. Oh, take a step back and see what loving you has done to me, and you'll see Oh yeah, thank you. So I brought my normal microphone, which is an old ribbon microphone, to the studio, and the engineer goes, yeah, we'll use it, but you know, I don't usually record with ribbon microphones. Those are from the 50s. And he said, why do you use a ribbon microphone? And I said, well, I'm kind of a big fan of certain people's voices, and they all used ribbon microphones. And he goes, well, okay, well, we'll try it. And and the people I'm talking about are, of course, Dean Martin and Bing Crosby and Frank Sinatra, those artists. And so we plugged it in, and he goes, "Nah, we're gonna have to take it out because I'm not getting any signal out of it." And I said, "Well, you know, it's an old one. It's gonna require phantom power." And so he turned on the phantom power and tried it, and he goes, "Oh, wow, okay." So we did 4 or 5 songs, and he came in and said, I'd like to buy that microphone from you. He said, if you want to maybe trade some studio time for your microphone, well, I'd be interested in doing that. So we may work a deal with him on the microphone. I don't know. I may keep it. I'm broadcasting with it right now. So anyway, yes, hopefully I can get some more donations. I'll be able to not sell my microphone and end up with another one. But anyway, yes. But in any event, we have enough to move forward at the moment, but not enough to complete the new album. So if you guys get a chance, there's a GoFundMe that I'm trying to put together some funding to finish this album, and we've got the bass tracks done, but that's about it. And so I'm going to review those this morning. So, well, let's see. So this next song is called The Gravity of Hannah and Leah. I've got a little over 3 minutes left, so this may be one of the last songs. And The Gravity of Hannah and Leah was written when I watched my granddaughters, and we watched a TV show about gravity together one afternoon. So kind of a kid's song here. In a vacuum, a feather will fall at the same rate as a bowling ball, and so I know that gravity affects everything equally. All things in the universe will act the same as we see here on Earth. Planets, stars, and galaxies all dance to the law of gravity. Even distant galaxies show the same atomic energy as seen on Earth. The moon and the sun, it's the same way for everyone. In a vacuum, a feather will fall at the same rate as a bowling ball, and so I know that gravity affects everything equally. Thank you, Lester. Thank you, TRC, immensely for everything. Thank you, Island Mitchell, for all of the inspiration. And thank you, everybody else, for being here. I'm really grateful. I will be back on tonight at 9 o'clock. Probably won't be wearing my pajamas. But if you have time, the evening stream is a little tighter, and it's a lot more fun if you ask me, because I can answer questions and there's time for everybody. So thank you guys, and I really appreciate the opportunity to play for you. Thank you, Kitty. So that was the gravity. Thank you, TRC. Pardon me. Excuse me. That was the gravity of Hannah and Leah. And I'd like to play a song called Grandmother's Kitchen. And so if you would, please go with me back to 1968 for a look at my grandmother's kitchen through our 8-year-old eyes, because we're going together. And I wrote a place for you in the song, and so when I say you, I mean you. And so this is Grandmother's Kitchen. Early one summer morning in Grandmother's kitchen, I smelled bacon in her old iron pan, and I learned life was worth living in Grandmother's kitchen, where biscuits are rising under her hand. And I hear a coffee pot perking in Grandmother's kitchen, and peach preserves call out to you, and nothing seems to matter in Grandmother's kitchen, except me and you and Grandpa too. And I hear Grandpa talking in Grandmother's kitchen about the early days when they were young. And I see the sunlight shining in Grandmother's kitchen, and in her eyes there is a smile. Well, I see a big black dog sitting in Grandmother's kitchen, and he has big brown eyes that look at you. Well, I know there's work outside calling from Grandmother's kitchen, but for now I'll stay with you. But for now I'll stay with you. Thank you, everybody. I'm grateful that you stopped in. Yes, so if you have a couple of clicks, please follow me at Spotify and follow me at YouTube. It'll make all the difference. And if you take a minute to go out to the GoFundMe and help support the new project to record these new songs, it would help this old man out a lot. And I'd really appreciate it. And we'll have a new album on Spotify and YouTube to listen to. So these songs that I've been playing on YouTube this spring. Anyway, most of all, stay safe and take care of your families.